Hello my friends, good morning. Got some more Fire Emblem 3 houses for you today. Continuing on, and let's take a look at our map, shall we? See where we gotta go next. Looks like, yeah, looks like there's a lot of people at the cathedral. And I don't think we've actually been to the cathedral yet, so this should be interesting.
Really?
Really?
Do you know of the Iyer family? We have long held the position of Prime Minister in the Empire.
No I don't, because I've never played this game before.
The Empire's power lies with 6 noble families, my family foremost among them.
Fascinating.
The full explanation may be time-consuming. I can give you a moment to get ready, if you would like to take notes.
Okay, I'm ready. Totally not doing this just to get the relationship up.
Alright, I will list the 6 great noble families. There's Caspar's father, Count Bergles, the Minister of Military Affairs. Then there's Linhardt's father, Count Hevering, the Minister of Domestic Affairs. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is the Minister of Religious Affairs. Hubert's father, Marquis Vestra, is the Minister of the Imperial Household. Finally, we have Duke Gert, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and my own father, Duke Iyer, the Prime Minister.
He's gonna ask me to do a quiz, isn't he? He's gonna be like, oh good. Hope you were paying attention because I got this big list of things for you to do now.
One day, I will take his place as the Prime Minister of the Empire.
Sure you will.
I am more talented than anyone in my class, even Edelgard. I will lead the Empire to a bright, enlightened future.
That sounds like heresy. Yeah, that sounds like wishful thinking, very wishful.
There is nothing I cannot achieve.
But I'll stroke this guy's ego because I want to get my social link up. He didn't ask me any questions at least, so that was a nice change. I thought he was going to be like, okay, good. Now I have this list of things for you to answer for me. No, thank you. I do not wish to engage in pleasantries with you, sir.
Here's an idea. I hear the Officers' Academy of the Monastery was founded about 2 centuries ago. The eastern region of Fódlan was being invaded by Almyra, and so the Archbishop of the time took measures to prevent the border from being taken. In order to ensure Fódlan would be safe from potential threats, she deemed it necessary to raise a generation of excellence. That is how the establishment was founded, though its purpose has changed over the years.
Fascinating. Fascinating, fascinating. I will say, in this game there does seem to be quite a bit of voice acting. Which I can appreciate a lot, actually, because most games don't have this much VA work, even JRPGs.
Maybe.
Considering how many people are located on the map at once, and the fact that none of them have blurb speech, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive indeed.
I have a favor to ask.
I've been thinking about starting a choir, and I need a volunteer who can help me get it off the ground. Can you help me find some students who love music? Students who love music, you say? Well, yes, I could find 1 or 2 of those. Most definitely. I think I have somebody in mind for you. Perfect. That would be absolutely perfect.
The cathedral is nice and quiet. It's so relaxing. Oh, Professor, did you come to pray to the goddess?
Yeah, totally.
Me too. Shall we pray together?
I pray for this encounter to be over. It's fucking mean. It's a tiny bit mean. Okay, the Wrens, Sixteenth, Flane. Okay, let's keep talking to some people.
Actually,
Hello there.
Inside the cathedral, there is a chapel dedicated to the 4 saints. Do you know of them? Saint Indec, Saint Macule, Saint Keyhole, and...
Saint Saphline! Who is your favorite, Professor?
Now that you are a member of the Church, be sure to familiarize yourself with our teachings and traditions.
Didn't even answer my question.
I have something to ask of you.
The Western Church, which rules over the western parts of Fódlan, has lately made some strange troop movements. If you hear anything concerning, be sure to let us know. Collect information on the Western Church and report to Sixteenth. Sure, buddy. Might as well.
There's something. It is the duty of every Fódlan noble to demonstrate piety towards Seros. Have you also come to offer your prayers to the goddess, Professor?
Yep, that's right.
You don't sound terribly sure. Perhaps you are not of noble birth? After all, devotion is not as essential for a commoner.
Wait, is this guy wearing a wig? He is wearing a wig, isn't he? I can see his fucking real hair under there. That's a little embarrassing, my friends. That is a tad embarrassing. Let's, okay, I really suck at the controls in this game. Like, I'm really bad at them. Okay, so we're done with everybody there. We could invite somebody to a musical. I think we will do that, actually, because we do have 2 activity slots available to us now. What do you mean it's not been unlocked? Okay, whatever.
Here's an idea.
How do you bring the map up? There we go. Alright, so that's everybody in this area. We can go to 2nd floor, library maybe. Let's go to the biblioteca. I should know what library is in Japanese. Toshokan. Toshokan, I believe. Cooking recipes that make you hungry just reading them. This will probably help out the head chef. Wonderful. Cooking recipes, okay. Even more cooking. Lots of cooking.
Swimming through a sea of countless books, tracking down that single sought-after volume, it's absolute bliss. How do the poor fools who spend their days sharpening swords and polishing armor find any joy in life?
Well, you're making the assumption that they know how to read, so... That's probably where you're wrong.
That's so.
That's so. What is it with all these cookbooks? Many a cookbook.
I'm so glad to be a student here. If only because I get to use this library. Reading books from all the regions of Fódlan. I feel almost like I'm visiting those places myself. I agree. They're brimming with the knowledge and experience of our ancestors.
Yeah, see, that guy didn't want to be told to go see them in person because he's a fucking pussy-ass bitch. Which is fine. That's okay, you know? I get it. Some people like to stay home and read. That is perfectly fine. Alright, let's go see Big Booba Maid, or Big Booba Priestess, and that one guy, whatever his name is. Will this thing stop doing that?
Well then, excellent work guiding the students in the mock battle. Taking command like that, simply splendid.
Oh, well, thank you.
And bearing the unknown crest's power? Yes, I'm talking about you.
Talking about me?
Your talents are incredible, and Lady Rhea's insight as to your potential is doubly so.
I wouldn't say doubly, but, you know, cool, I guess. There's some hair on this device that looks just like my hair. Yeah, give him some more.
You seem to have a mark of the exceptional about you. I only wish Seteth would follow your example.
Of course, my friend, of course. Anything for my beloved social links. Let's take a look here. Okay, looks like most of my team is quite happy with me. Some of them are even, like, ecstatic, so... that is really good to see. I only have 2 commoners on my team. Including myself, or not including myself. Rize and Petra. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What?
Xanadu, the Red Canyon, is a place of great significance to the Church of Seiros. Even members of the church are forbidden from entering without permission. To go trampling around in there, causing trouble. Those bandits truly are morally reprehensible.
Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting, I tell you.
Thank you for paying me a visit.
Yes, of course.
Is there anything troubling you? Or is there perhaps something I can help you with?
You know, I don't really know if I trust this
priestess. Believers live their lives
kind of giving me a little bit of a sketchy vibe.
Vast resources to learn more. I can often be found here, so if there is ever anything you need, please do not hesitate to pay me a visit.
Yes, of course. Yes. Okay, that's everybody in this area. Let's go to the reception hall. I'm actually enjoying this game quite a bit. It's pretty chill.
The Knights of Seiros are also known as the Shining Knights. We are the sword and shield of the divine Seiros. There are many orders of knights in the world, but we are the only one that has the honor of bearing the name Seiros. As a member of the church, you should probably study up on the history of Seiros and the knights.
Well, I would, but, you know, that requires reading, which I don't know how to do, so, yeah, kind of an issue.
Professor, you're the one taking out the bandits? That's one way to start your career at the Academy.
Yeah, look at your fucking professor when I'm talking to you, boy.
I didn't expect they'd order us to risk our lives here. Seems a bit extreme, doesn't it?
No. Boy, you ain't... you haven't seen anything yet. Apparently the ending to this game is, like, crazy. So, well, that is if you survive. No guarantee you'll survive. Actually, I don't even think that guy's in my party. So he may survive. He may get lucky. May get a little lucky. There's somebody over here I haven't seen. You.
Let's see, that person sure does remind me of somebody, but I can't figure out who. Oh, do you need me for something? Sorry, but I'm really busy right now.
I'm really busy doing nothing. I'm really busy here standing around, contributing nothing to the Academy. That's probably what I would do. Alright. Hello, waifu.
For some students, this will be their first time stepping onto a real battlefield. It's important that they're mentally prepared. As for me, do I look green to you?
No, you look white.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me about? Regarding spending your time at the monastery? Or battles?
She doesn't really have the voice I was expecting. I know that that's kind of a weird thing to say, but... Faculty training.
Just as students have much to learn from other students, professors can also share their knowledge with each other. You should consider seeking instruction from Professor Hanneman or Professor Manuela. I think you'll find their insight quite interesting.
You can increase your skills by training with knights and professors in the monastery. Use the faculty training option to benefit from their wisdom. That is quite fascinating. As the story progresses, faculty training will become advanced drills. Use this option to learn from any unit with a higher skill level than your own. Very cool. Very cool.
Which house a student is assigned to depends on where they're from. That said, each professor has their own area of expertise. So if a student is adamant about it, it is possible to switch someone from one house to another. Pending your approval, of course. If you become closer with the students by partaking in the various activities around the monastery, you'll be able to talk to them about such things.
That doesn't seem very lore-friendly. I don't really like that idea. I may entertain it later down the line, but at this current point, I think I'm pretty happy with my squad. It is easier to recruit students who like you, so try building up your support level with students you like to recruit. Certain non-students will also become available. That is interesting. Learn more about students who like to sing. Okay, that's Rize.
I fully accept the necessity of real battle from time to time, but it is still a surprise to be tasked with punishing bandits without warning. It is a rather different sort of mission. It makes me wonder what the Archbishop is planning.
Yes, quite.
It's thanks to my adoptive father, Lenato, that a commoner like me is here at the Academy. He is the very model of chivalry. Someday, I'm going to be just like him.
You have some very strange looking eyes. What are you looking at, by the way? Are you just... It kind of looks like he's cross-eyed. Yeah, I do not want to recruit you. I'm gonna take a pass on that one. Nobody in here. Sacrilege. Okay, we got a few people in here I just missed, it seems. Sylvan, Hilda, Manuela. I'm assuming I should probably try talking to one of the teachers just to see how it works. Yeah. Let's find where these guys are, though.
Bridget, Elmira, Thusker, even people from far-off lands gather here at the Academy. Word of advice, Professor. There are those who don't think kindly of such people.
Okay, I mean that's rather filled with innuendo I don't understand yet.
What the?
What the? What the? Somebody running around? No way. I would like to know how this jacket is staying on me.
Your performance in the mock battle was exceptional, Professor. You have inspired me to follow your example and study even more diligently. Perhaps we could train together sometime. I would love to test myself against your sword skills again.
I'm sure you would.
I hear you've been tasked with hunting down bandits, right? Meanwhile, my class is stuck with a downright peaceful mission. Sounds like you'll be fighting alongside the knights, too. Don't let the monastery down, Teach.
I could say the same to you, my friends.
It is better if you do not approach me.
Peaceful missions are not exactly super easy.
If you spend too much time around a man of Dusker, there will be rumors.
What does that mean exactly? A man of Dusker? Is that because he's tanned or something? Casual, like, racism? Let's see. Okay, we haven't been to the training grounds yet. That probably would be good to go to. We also have a quest over there. We somehow missed talking to some dude here. Tomas. Let's go here and turn this quest in.
You're a lifesaver.
Thank you for sharing in the culinary arts with me. I can tell you have exceptional taste and must truly enjoy making all manner of food as much as you do eating it. You are welcome to use the kitchen whenever you please. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Got some more renown too. Also, it seems like your professor rank changes. Or something. Every single time. Every month. Or I should say it resets back to E+. Actually, no. No, I've always been E+. I don't know why I said that. Whatever. There's some guy in here I haven't seen. Tomas. Tomas? Where are you, Tomas? Doko desu ka? The hell is he? And yes, I keep hitting that button because my finger is very big. I don't see where this guy is. So we're just going to find Hilda and Manuela.
You there? Hey!
You there! The hell is everybody? Locates. Oh, I see. They're up there. That's not the entrance hall. That's like a whole different area.
A moment.
I'm bored. Maybe I should go into town. But that would be such a hassle. Oh, hi, Professor. I'm rather busy right now, so do make it quick.
If you're busy, never mind.
Are you sure? I thought you'd found me out for a moment there.
See, I know the perfect things to say to all these fine students. Because I am a student myself.
Please. You know, Professor, there are some things I'll just never understand. Like the other night, I went on a date with a dashing, handsome, strong young knight. Oh, I'm a bit weak just remembering him. Anyway, do you know what that no-good jerk said when we got back to my room? He said, "What a mess. I'm afraid to go in there." Can you believe it? You know who cares about keeping everything neat and tidy? Not me, that's who. Afraid to go in there. Some knight he is.
Yes, yes.
You know, Professor, there are some things You know who cares.
Whoa, wait. What are you doing there? Yeah, sorry. Do that again? Do that one more time? Hello?
You know, do you know who...
They implemented that function for one reason only. I refuse to believe they did it for any other reason.
Do you know about the Cardinals? They are the ones who run the church. Their identities are a closely guarded secret.
Oh, is that so? Oh, fascinating. Whenever I try to do an old person voice, it always turns into a German accent. Really gotta work on that one. Okay, so... Let's see, we got a couple more people to talk to over here. Probably should talk to Dorothy, or Rize. Because she is the one who, There's a locate button. Wait, one's over there, and one's up there. Okay. Yeah, I really should talk to Rize, because there is that quest about,
Professor, hey, do you know know how old Captain Gerald is?
There is that quest about finding someone who likes to sing.
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
Yeah, the more you get older, the more you will definitely forget your age.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
Very true. I sometimes forget my own age, and I'm like barely in my 20s.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
I have a request.
Real battle this month, huh? I hear even the Knights of Sirius are involved. I never taught you much about tactics, but there's a primer on it in my room. Give it a read. Sure. I'm actually quite intent to learn strategy in this game because I am playing on Classic. And I would prefer for my team not to get absolutely demolished. Hello?
Oh, Professor. Hello. I was just looking.
Okay, I can't talk to you. That's really too bad. Something's shining over here. Oh. List of students from the Black Eagle House who wish to participate in choir practice. That must be the quest thing.
What is it? I'm not doing anything.
What's this cake doing out here?
Cake? Oh, come on. That's just cruel.
Look at these doors. That's one person lives in there. Look at that door. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, let's go to... Let's see, we got that one done. We got that one done. Okay, might as well turn in these quests, because we have a bunch of them. Might as well.
My savior, thank you.
Thank you for your assistance. Also, is that the voice of Kawakami? I do believe it is. I'm sure there are more music lovers around the monastery, so feel free to invite anyone to participate in choir practice. I'll make all the necessary preparations when the time comes. Fascinating. Get some more renown. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Maybe ill-advised to move against fellow followers of the faith, even though this is good information to have, thank you. No problem, buddy. Leather shield, root vegetable. Got some rather good seeds, that's always nice. Okay. Looks like there is a item over here. Is there an item, or what is that? What's that shining purple thing? Or is that me? I assume that's just me, maybe. It is nice that they show you where the items are on the map, so you don't have to spend like an eternity looking for them.
Thanks.
Excellent. Nice. Access the items menu to use, store, take, or swap items for your units. Access the abilities and combat art menu to equip your units with what they've learned. Use the battalion menu to assign battalions to your units. Oh, what? Oh, is battalion items or... Oh! That is so fucking cool. So you can have like regiments. So like, that's nice. Use the reclass menu to switch units class. Nice! That was very fucking cool actually. Nice. I'm liking this game a lot. This is quite good. Okay, we have not been to the training grounds, and I think that's it. There's a couple places we have not unlocked yet. Do do do. Do do do. Okay, where is it though? Do we have to go some special way? This way maybe?
Professor, the next assignment is the Drive Out Bandits? Sounds like some training is in order. Tell me something, Professor. When it comes to a one-on-one battle, which is better, strength or skill?
Skill. Skill, obviously. Well, this guy wants me to say strength, though.
I knew it! When it's all said and done, Muscle always comes out on top.
Unfortunately, you would be correct if you thought about the Viper versus the Mountain, which still keeps me up at night.
Hey there, Professor. You here to check in on my training? Oh, that reminds me. I found this small cloth. It's kind of weird.
Got that right, Shu Amaguchi?
Not really sure what it is, but it works great for wiping up sweat.
Wait a second. Isn't that cloth with that waifu for Rize? I'm gonna have to report you for that, my
Now
friends.
that you're all the way over here, Professor, care to join me in some training? After training, I love tending to the horses or burying myself in a good pile of books. There's truly nothing better.
There's truly nothing better. I am voice acting. I definitely do not sound like a robot.
For years, the Boar Prince and I were inseparable. I know him better than almost anyone else. So let me give you some advice. Beneath all that princely polish, he's an animal, nothing more. He's strong and skilled, sure. But don't place your trust in him as a human being. Take care he doesn't chew you up and spit you out.
Who is this guy talking about? Who the hell's a Boar Prince? Should I know who that is? Probably. Whatever. Okay. Another area done. Your sword broke? Oh no. That is terrible. Let's see if we can tell Rize, maybe, that we found her cloth. Or that's just supposed to be some sort of innuendo. Let's see, let's see.
Oh, I was just...
Well, I have seen it, actually, but, you know, I am not at liberty to discuss it with my fellow mates. Okay, so seeing how we have completed everything at this point, I think this is when we use our... We've completed all the quests, we've talked to everybody. So now is a good time to invite some people. Let's invite, yeah, you. Rize. I wonder if you can level up. It would be nice to invite Manuela. She might give us a cool skill. We actually can invite anybody. Yeah, I think I will invite Rize though. Just to see if we can get her above green. Oh, I can invite multiple people. Oh, good. Okay, let's do, you. Dorothy and Manuela. Yeah, whatever. Dorothea.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Lo. Get it? Lo.
No. Bonds among the three of you grew stronger. 2 gained faith experience, I gained authority experience. Okay, cool, I guess. Did that do anything? Did that level them up anymore? I can't actually tell. Yeah, how do you check the bonds? Don't think, yeah. No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Wyvern. Or it looks like a Pegasus or dragon or something. That's cool. Yeah, that's really nice. I like this class skill system. I think that could be very interesting to look into. Okay, let's not do too much choir. Let's plant some stuff at the greenhouse. Maybe do a little fishing. And then we'll spend our last remaining time at the dining hall. Yes, I would like to do some gardening. Let's plant, I can only plant one thing? Are you fucking kidding me? What? What? Crazy. Okay, let's plant the Fódlan seeds. Pour some water. Okay. Cool, I guess. Let's do a little bit of fishing. A little bit of fishing didn't hurt anybody. See if we can get any good ones today. What was that? Oh. Gotcha, bitch. Ba-boom, ba-boom. What'd I get? Queen Loach. I think I got one of those already. Do a little more, because it is a relatively quick activity. Perfect. Tortoise Loach. Okay, let's do a little more. Tiny bit more fishing. I think they said there's like an event today or something where there's like better fishing or some shit. Tetuous pike. Fish is a cross between loaches. Nice. Let's talk to the fish guy. Can we buy stuff from you? Or are you just like, no? Can't buy stuff from you? New items in stock at the item shop. I did buy an iron sword for myself, or a steel sword. And I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna make my character into like a tank. Because it doesn't seem like anybody on my roster really has any tank. And it would be good to make sure my guy doesn't die, because obviously that means game over. So yeah. No, I fucked it. Another loach. Tiny bit more fishing won't hurt anybody. Don't want no stinking small fish, I want a gigantic fish. I want the biggest fish you can get. I want the guardian. The guardian of the lake. Getting the guardian in Persona 5 was still like one of the most annoying things I've ever had to do. Another queen loach. Don't have enough bait to fish. Well, I can't buy any. Even though I clearly see there is bait in there waiting to be bought. Alright, I think we have exhausted all our options for this month. So, yeah, probably a good time to use up my last activity points. Right. Oh, we can cook together with somebody. Let's cook with who should we cook with? Maybe cook with Bernadetta. Bernadetta. We shall cook a max XP for the rest of the month, huh? That'd actually be quite good. Yeah, I think I would like that. When did I even get this? Deuce Goose Bear? I don't even remember when I got this. Whatever. We'll do it. Having more XP would be good.
Let me show you my cooking talent.
Cooking talents? Wait, what the hell?
A little more secret spice, and hey, no peeking.
Why the game quality get so bad? I think the only reason this game looks half good is because the anti-aliasing is so buffed up. Well, that seems like a good amount of exploring. I think I've done everything I want to do.
Have you not been told what's expected from lectures here? Well, I can tell you how it works based on what I've heard from other professors.
It's like a Hogwarts classroom. I feel like, you know, Professor McGonagall up here. When you instruct your students, they gain skill experience. As their skill level increases, they will gain access to new abilities and combat arts. Okay. The number of people you can instruct is indicated by your activity points at the top of the screen. When you set up a group task, the students you assign will continue to task until you change it. After the first round of instruction each month, your students may come to you with a question. Okay, let's read this again. Number of people you can instruct is indicated by... Okay. Oh.
Before starting a lecture, it's a good idea to determine everyone's academic goals. Students will want to prioritize studying things that will help them achieve their aim.
So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Obviously there's many options available to me and I want to make sure I get the best possible scenario.
It's probably easier to get good results if you instruct students based on their interests and specialties. Of course, that doesn't mean it's pointless to teach someone things unrelated to their personal goals as well. By looking beyond their preferences, Some students may find they're interested in fields they've never previously considered.
That's interesting. That is rather cool, actually. Okay, 3-star mark next to a skill in case I will unlock a budding talent. Once you unlock a budding talent, that person will go on to excel in that particular skill. Okay.
A student's goals may change based on their studies or the experience they gain while on missions. When that happens, perhaps you could help them decide what new goals they should set for themselves.
It's actually rather intricate. Much more intricate than I was expecting. As students improve from instructing in personal study, they may approach you with suggestions for new goals. Whether to accept their suggestions or not is completely up to you. Feel free to guide your students along a path of your own choosing. Very cool.
How motivated a student is will affect how well your tutoring goes. To help cultivate their motivation, I think it's a good idea to interact with your students as much as possible. Please try your best to motivate everyone, so that they, in turn, will try hard with their assignments and activities.
Wonderful. Okay.
At the Officers Academy, students are encouraged to engage in various activities in and around the monastery. If you instruct your students to work together as a team, it will help to deepen their bonds and produce better results.
You can assign one group task each week. Students who take part will earn skill experience based on your choice. You can also get gold and resources by completing these tasks. The result of a group task will depend on the student's strengths, weaknesses, and affinities for one another.
Have you heard about the certification exams? They take place every month.
Why, yes, I have.
Everyone here is working hard to become a certain type of soldier. And those tests are how you can check to see how far we've come. In order to pass the exam, you need to train enough to become whatever class you're aiming for. Take care to develop your students strategically so that they can pass their certification exams.
When you pass the certification exam, you can change to a new class. Benefits of high-tier classes include increased stats and growth rates. Okay, I think I got this for the most part. Let's see here. Raises riding skill, raises heavy armor skills, raising... Yeah, I don't want to do any of these, because I don't have access to any of those classes yet. What do you guys want to do, huh? Axe and authority? That does seem to be what you want to do. Sword and axe? I don't think so. I think you would be... Wait, you? No, you. Sword and reason. I think you'd be better at magic, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think she would be better at magic. Let's do custom focus. Let's do faith and reason. I think that's a good one. Actually, she doesn't want to learn faith. Well, she doesn't want to learn faith, huh? It's really disappointing. It's really disappointing, actually. Huh. I mean, I'm not gonna tell her something if she doesn't want to do it. But at the same time, I think I know what's best for her. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can... I mean, I'm not gonna force it on her, but... Especially if she didn't like it. And she really doesn't seem to like it. Yeah, let's stick with the normal focus. But you. So everybody's doing the ones they want right now? I think it would be nice to have a couple bow people. More than one bow person would be good. Maybe get Ferdinand to be... Or maybe... Get Petra, maybe. Let's change Petra's. Change custom focus. Let's do sword. She likes sword. What about bow? Okay, she likes bow too. I think it'd be good to have 2 bow people. Especially if she's gonna be a Pegasus rider. I'm not gonna think about this too much right now. But, yeah, I will think about it in the future. Okay, let's do Edelgard, because you're kind of the goat of the team. We shall level up your... Be nice to get some professor expertise, to be sure. Heavy armor would be good too, because it would be nice for you to be really tanky. But I think it'd be good right now just to level up probably her axe. Seems to really enjoy the axe. Okay, so axe. Good. That's it? Good.
Nothing worth celebrating.
Nothing worth celebrating. Nonsense.
Praise isn't necessary, really.
Nonsense. How dare you say that?
I still have much to learn.
You're fine.
I still have much to learn.
So how does this work? Is this one activity session, this whole like thing? I'm assuming it is. Be nice to get her to level C with the axe. That was not a very good one. Okay, let's do Rize. That's really too bad, because she would learn a good skill too. That's really quite unfortunate. It's never fun to work against what a student wants to do. But, I understand, you know, you just don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. We could make her into a sorter, I guess. Yeah, okay. Let's do a little bit of sword action. I do have the expertise after all.
Everything went pretty well today.
True.
Everything went pretty well today.
True.
I appreciate your coaching, Professor.
Yes, yes, of course. Too bad we didn't get it
Appreciate
perfect.
Your coaching, Professor.
Perfect would have been nice, but no cigar. Okay, so they lose their motivation after we teach them, which I find weird, if I'm being honest with you. So who wants to be our mage then? I'm assuming probably Linhardt wants to be the mage. I don't have much expertise in the mage department, but you know, try my best, of course. Try my best to level up your faith.
It is a long road to mastery.
Very true.
It is a long road to mastery. It is a long road to mastery.
So we could only get 3 sessions in with him. That's rather unfortunate. We don't have any more. We don't actually have any more of these. Too bad. Yeah. Well, guess we do a group task, maybe. Let's raise heavy armor skill, because I would like people to get better armor. I would like everybody to be really good on their armor. Bernadetta wants to learn heavy armor. It's kind of weird. I didn't really expect Bernadetta to be like a frontliner, but we'll send you and Bernadetta. Okay, everything seems to be quite good.
I have a question for you, Professor.
What is it? When I take a lecture I'm not interested in, I get so sleepy I just can't fight it. I should just give up, don't you think? Close my eyes and enjoy a peaceful slumber? That's a very difficult question. Try getting plenty of sleep before the lecture. It's a rather difficult question, actually. I don't think it's the second one. I think it's either the first or the third one. I don't want to be like... I don't know. Because he just sleeps all the time. Not necessarily getting more sleep before the lecture will do anything, because the problem is the lecture itself. I think... I think we just work towards our strengths and weaknesses, so... No need to...
I do believe you're right.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the right answer. Another lecture completed.
Let's finish this quickly.
Oh no, this is impossible.
Oh no.
We did it, and without incident.
Work together, the Rhythm Monastery weeds. Why does that raise the heavy armor? Whatever. Whatever. Alright, so you got to a D+. You got to a D.
I'm getting closer.
Axe Prowess level 2.
It. How lovely.
Wrath Strike, okay. Good. Not too bad. I would say for the first lecture that was relatively successful.
Thanks.
Sure thing, bro. Okay, so now we should take a look at certifications, I believe, because I want to think about maybe what I want to turn myself into. I think I want to do... no. I think I want to build myself into a tank. I know I was talking about this before. And I do think that is a good plan for me. Some of these look really good. High defense. Yeah, I think I want to build myself into like a paladin. Because we don't really have any frontliners on our team. And it's good to have really high defense anyway, I feel. Guess we could go for Myrmidon. I mean, we do have a 100% chance to do it. We would increase our defense. It's always nice. That's about it though. Wouldn't really increase anything else. Yeah, I guess we do Myrmidon. Sure. Wowza. Excellent work.
New path to tread.
A new path to tread indeed. Good. Let's see. Anybody else go into their own class? Does not seem like it. This is rather too bad, actually. But you. How much to make you into a axe wielder? I can do it now. Why can I not do it? Oh, I need to be deer higher. It's really dumb. It's really stupid. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on it. You have not unlocked the battalion guild? That's unfortunate. Do I want to buy any items? Maybe. Maybe buy some new gear for my team. They do kind of have some shitty gear. Do have some really relatively garbage gear. What about a training sword or something? Let's buy a new sword for Dorothea. Buy her a steel sword, I guess. Steel sword would be good. It's very expensive, but I think it's worth it. I think that's relatively good for now. Maybe give you a... Probably should get you a better axe, actually. Because that axe is really low durability. Really low durability, indeed. Okay. I don't have enough money, though, so... Kind of rip. Change out the inventory. So like a... Where's our thing? I feel like there should be like a place to store this. Store that. How do I access it? Do I... Oh, here we go. Okay, I don't want you to use the sword. You're probably going to be frontlining a lot, so let's give her the leather shield. It's kind of a weird inventory system. Let's trade. You shouldn't be using too many of these. Yeah, Hubert should be in the back line, so we should give most of the Vulcaranium or whatever it's called to Edelgard. Okay. Okay, you take the steel sword. No, let's not trade. Steel sword, equip. Put that one away. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, so the only problem really is just getting Edelgard to get a good... Give her a good iron axe or something. Because the one she has right now, it may survive the battle, but it's pretty low durability. I would like to give her something better. Yeah, because Iron Axe, Steel Axe is 980. We would probably have to sell a lot of stuff to get it. Maybe we can, let's see. Let's see. Why do you even have a training sword? I don't know why he has one. Doesn't he only use magic? So why do I keep... God, I'm really fucking feel weird right now. Yeah, I don't know why he has a training sword. He probably shouldn't be using that because I feel like he has 0. He doesn't want to use a training sword. He shouldn't be using one. Not very much gold though. Okay, I think we just YOLO it. Let's save before we do this, obviously. Okay, battle. Auxiliary battles are now available. How often you can battle is limited by your activity points. On normal difficulty, some auxiliary battles will not cost activity points. If you head into battle while playing online, okay, we're not playing online. Okay, I guess we do a practice battle. Sure. Get some gold from it. Try to make this a quick one.
In battle, it's necessary to deploy battalions so that students can experience taking command. I doubt I need to say this to a mercenary like you, but if you have any questions about how to use your soldiers, please don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, I totally know.
After you hire a battalion, you'll need to decide who will lead them. Battalions can contain soldiers like mages and monks who don't fight with weapons. Be sure to think carefully about who would benefit most from the support of battalion soldiers and their specific skills.
Use the inventory menu to assign battalions to your units, granting them increased stats like attack or hit rate. These attacks will grow further. Okay. Seems easy.
When you deploy a battalion, you can utilize its special gambit in battle. If a gambit is successful, your enemy will be severely shaken.
Units hit by gambits will be rattled. Rattled units cannot move, use gambits, or benefit from battalions, and suffer a 10%. Wow. Okay, that's kind of crazy.
Joining forces with a nearby ally is a surefire way to enhance your effectiveness.
When a gambit is used on an enemy with an attack range of one or more of your other units, it will become a gambit boost. Gotcha. Okay. Let's assign where our units. Looks like we can use everybody, which is really good. Really nice to see. Okay, why are you in the front? That does not make any sense. Let's put me in the front. Let's put you here. Put all the mages in the back. Bows in the back. Okay, that looks good. Maybe put you over here, actually. Seems fine. Okay, gambits, or battalions. So let's give myself the veteran mercenaries. Charge attack against foes in the area. Attack that pushes... Oh! Pushes adjacent foe 1 tile away. Interesting. Let's give this to, yeah, let's give the battalion to probably somebody who's gonna be frontlining a lot. Maybe Dorothy. She should take this one. That seems good. Okay, good. Player phase. Okay.
Stay
move
focused.
up. Got a bunch of fucking enemies, like a many. Let's grab this early terrain. Actually, let's see.
I will prevail.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Yeah, we got enemies over here. We got enemies over there. Let's see if we can. Would be nice to grab this thicket. That would be good. Let's move you here.
Put me in there.
You can go over there.
That's my cue.
That's my cue. Let's have the mages go behind them.
As you wish.
I will get the victory.
I will get the victory. I'd say it's pretty good line of defense we have here. Especially if they're gonna miss. Yeah, we have the double might attack, which is really good. Really happy to see that come into play. Oh, 4 damage. Oh, I'm so scared. What? You guys both missed? That's a damn shame. Yeah, these guys are routed. These guys are really putting themselves in a terrible position. It's kind of funny. Okay. Very low chance to hit that one, sadly. It's actually higher though. Okay. Yeah, I guess we might as well use Smash. I want to hold my position, I think. Yeah, I think I do want to hold my position. I want to make sure they don't get any funny ideas. Can we hit them from here? Oh, we can. Good. What's the range on you, actually? Looks like it's 2 tiles. Okay, yeah. Kill him. Fuck it. Miasma. And look at them routes.
At least try.
Those cowards.
I still have a long way to go.
Is that a catchy? Or is that Robbie whatever? Robbie boy? Mr. Pancake? Let's move up and flank. Actually, let's do this. Is that what damage you do? Nosferatu. No idea what that does. Guess we'll figure out. Light damage, that also heals him.
I'd rather be napping.
It's actually rather good. Oh, that is pretty good, huh? Okay, let's move you up a little bit. Keep you in the thickets. See, can we use a gambit? I might as well see. What's it do? What's the gambit do again? I don't remember. Yeah, it's fine. $13 damage is pretty good. $8 damage. We're still in the force though, so that's good. We're still got some, still keeping it in there. Actually, do damage. Or how does a bow work? Is a bow just like its own like? I really wish I could see the radius. Yeah. Is there a way to see the radius? Probably is, and I just don't know. Whatever. Learn it over time, maybe. Ooh, double hit.
Got him.
Got him. Nice. Killed him. Okay. We're gonna stay over here. Move to this thicket now. You guys should definitely try and do some damage.
I will win.
27 damage. That is actually kind of fucking nuts.
You.
Let's move you up now. Tempest Lance. Sounds cool. He also has a minor crest. The enemy didn't attack. Not sure why. I'm fine with it though.
Yeah, it worked.
Nice miss, bro. Imagine attacking in a thicket. Imagine. Omega lol. Okay, we're kind of getting tiny bit surrounded right now. Looks like that is all the enemies over there. There's only about 7 enemies left. So we want to move. Probably want to move you. Start moving you over here. So these guys will hopefully be able to kill them.
That was nothing.
Woohoo! 30% chance to hit. Nice job, buddy.
Right makes might, right?
Okay.
I shouldn't strain myself.
Yeah, you're actually pretty low. We probably want to give you one of those Veraculum or whatever they're called. Probably. I still think we should hold this line too. So let's do. Let's see here. Just kill you maybe? No, 18 damage is too much. Use a vulnerary. Actually, let's move you first. Yeah, let's move you back. Don't want to take any risk. Let's move you in this location. That would actually do a lot of damage. 25 damage. That's a lot. It's only a 65% chance to hit though. Not very much. We only have 2 charges of that too. I think I'd just rather go for the guaranteed kill here.
That is that.
That is that. How much damage do you have? Yeah, we could insta-kill her. Good.
Failure is not an option.
Level 4 Edelgard. I realize this video is going to go longer than the other ones, but I don't want to ruin my momentum right now. I think we should still stay in the thicket, stay in the forest, use the forest to our advantage. I don't want to give up this I don't want to give up this strategic advantage. Let's see where I'm going here. Come to me, my pretties. Yes, yes, good, good. Come to me, come to me. Can you attack with these guys yet? No.
That's my cue.
That's my cue. So I just end the turn. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can zoom in. Oh, you can do like a strategic view. Nice. That is interesting. Come to me, my sweet AI. Come on, you guys know you fucking want to.
Here we go.
36 damage, oh my god. Mein Guten. Mein Guten, my Guten, that was like another level. That was a whole different ball game. Yeah. Okay, do we want to, I think we should actually come out of the forest now. Maybe try to encompass them somehow. Yeah, let's do this. Let's attack with the mages.
And I didn't even enjoy it. I could...
Let's put you there. Let's just put you here. It's not enough to kill him. It's actually really surprising.
The mark of nobility.
The mark of nobility. is kind of a risky thing to do. Yeah, it's a little bit risky. Tad bit risky for my liking.
Well, how was that?
How was that, huh? See if we can move up. So they could actually still attack us, which is really weird. I feel like they shouldn't be able to, but I guess they are able to. It is what it is. Go attack somebody. Might as well attack him.
Still raring to go.
These guys are really bad at hitting. Like, it's actually kind of funny. They really need to work on their hitting skills.
War feeds my body and mind.
War feeds me. I am edgy. Okay. Let's kill them.
No one makes it past me.
Do. We must. That actually did a lot of damage.
How humiliating. And
Received bouillon. Oh, I do love my bouillon.
Happening.
27 damage, wow.
I did.
That was quite the attack, Bernadetta.
You're in good form.
That was a pretty good battle. I think I did that really well. Got to 2800 Gs too. That was not too bad. MVP was that guy, which kind of surprised me a little bit. Thought it would have been maybe like the edgy guy or whatever. Good. That went rather well. Good. Excellent, excellent. Instruct manually, of course. But this is going to be a good time to end this video. We shall continue next time when we instruct our lesson plan and probably have to do that one battle where we face actual bandits and risk losing our teammates, which is pretty scary, actually, I have to say. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching, guys. See you for the next one.